Morning folks, 21st century caveman here. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's happy. Monday morning, on the way to work. And it's been a nice weekend. But a couple of interesting things happened to me on Saturday. And I just wanted to share them with you. And for anybody concerned that I'm actually making a video whilst I'm driving, I mean, these are thoughts which I'm concentrating obviously. And these are thoughts which are on my mind. I'm just vocalising whilst I'm driving, just reflecting. You know, when I'm driving to work, for example, it's time where I'm just thinking, basically concentrating on the driving, thinking about stuff. So I'm just vocalising my thoughts. Really, it's not that I'm not concentrating on the driving. So on Saturday, we went to a major. Well, we went to get Tina some hiking boots, and we went to a well-known high street retailer. Something happened there, which has really got me thinking. You know, I'm not going to mention names retailer because they haven't got a particularly good reputation for treating their employees well, and in the unlikely event that somebody who works there might recognise the scenario I'm about to describe, you know, I just want to, you know, keep it a little bit vague. But anyway, so we went to get Tina some hiking boots, and we were approached by this lad who was probably in his early 20s, and you know, he didn't seem quite with it, but you know, so be it. So we pointed out some boots which we wanted to try on and gave him a couple of different sizes. I said, look, can we try these in a size 6 and a size 7? Came back a couple of minutes later and said, sorry, what sizes did you say? And we said, oh, size 6 and size 7. And he looked as if he weren't quite with it. So you know, we sort of like raised our eyebrows sort of thing, and he came back and he had some hiking boots with him, and he was really struggling to open the box, and it's just really strange. He was really fumbling and he could not open the box what these boots were in. So anyway, we said, oh, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out, leave him with the sort of thing, and you know, we'll check him out and we'll call you if we need you, sort of thing, in a nice, polite way. But he didn't take any notice and he kept persisting to try and open this box. So anyway, he managed to get one of these boxes open, and then he started trying to do up the laces, and he's really struggling to thread the laces in the eyelets or the boots. And with hiking boots, you know, you have those little steel bits, those little hooks which catch the laces. He just couldn't get the laces in there, and he was behaving quite strangely. He came back a few minutes later with another box of hiking boots, size 5.5, which we hadn't asked for. And he just basically leant on the box. He'd always said, I'm struggling today, aren't I? I said, yeah, you know, don't worry about it, you know, just, you know, we'll be okay, leave it with us, and, you know, we'll get back to you if we need you. It was clear at that point that was something wrong. Now, obviously, you know, there's always a temptation to think, well, you know, was he pissed the previous night? Had he been doing drugs? Anyway, it was clear this lad was struggling, and I couldn't just leave it like that. I felt the need to say something to someone. So I spoke to one of the other lads, said, look, excuse me, you know, does this lad have learning difficulties? He said, no, I think he's just, he might, I don't know, perhaps he's a bit nervous. So okay, I said, look, can I speak to one of your managers or team leaders? Anyway, so team leader come along. I said, look, I hope you don't mind me asking, but that lad over there who just served us, you know, does he have any learning difficulties or any underlying problems? He said, why are you asking? I said, look, I appreciate the fact that you can't discuss people's personal situation, but he really appears to be struggling at the moment, and I've described the situation which I've just mentioned to yourselves, and also the fact that before the team leader actually arrived, he was standing up against a a rack with some shoes or whatever it was on it, smelling his armpits, which seems a little bit strange, but it's so unusual. There's something not quite right here. And I explained all this to him. I said to the chap, you know, because it's such unusual behaviour, you know, is this chap alright? Because he clearly doesn't seem to be functioning properly to me, and I want you to speak to him and have a chat with him. He said, well, actually, he said he does have diabetes. I said, oh right, okay. I said, look, I want to make it clear that we're not making a complaint. We're not dissatisfied with any aspect of, you know, the services provided. The reason for speaking to you is basically just to make you aware of the fact that this lad really is struggling, and in a sensitive and diplomatic way, we'd like you to approach him to see if he's alright and he needs any help, because he's really struggling at the minute, and we in no way want to compromise this lad's job or anything like that. You know, just made it absolutely clear that we were speaking to him out of concern. And it got me thinking. I've been thinking about it this weekend, the fact that, now look, I mean, I don't know what the outcome of that was. I mean, you know, it may have been the case that he was struggling because he had diabetes or some other underlying medical problem which I'm not aware of. He might have been as high as kite, I don't know. But the fact is, you know, it's one of those lessons, you know, which got me thinking really, and just reflecting on, and the fact that it's easy to, when you come across a situation, it's easy to prejudge it. It's easy to come to a conclusion which may be completely wrong. And you know, I think sometimes before being judgmental, we've got to, you know, perhaps get a little bit more information, not be quite as quick off the mark, just to sort of jump to conclusions. And as I say, I don't know what the outcome of this was, but it's just one of these things which made me stop and think, and I wanted to share with you really. So that was the sort of like the first anecdote from this weekend, and there was a second one actually, and it's, you know, it's just quite interesting that both of these things happened on the same day. So